Merry Christmas, church family. My name is Lynn and I'm the lay minister here at Rocky River United Methodist Church. I have been blessed also to co-pastor down at Independence Church. And my dear friend Lisa Thomas and I are preaching a series called Born. So this year we decided that it would be a smart idea to have the topics each week on the names of Jesus. This week is going to be Light of the World. We lit that first candle. The candle this week is love. What an appropriate thing to start out our Christmas series. Did you know that there are over 200 different names or different titles for Jesus? It begins with A for Alpha, all the way down to Z for Zur, which in Hebrew is a transliteration from the rock. How appropriate that it hit me all of a sudden. I thought, oh my goodness, our God can mean anything from A to Z. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He makes up letters that make words up for us. They describe our emotions, they write our stories, and penetrate our hearts. And most importantly, love. He so beautifully demonstrates through coming down to earth at Christmas in the form of a human being, incarnate, God incarnate, love incarnate, love divine. As we begin the season of Advent, how are you preparing your heart for Jesus to arrive? This week, as we use Light of the World for the name that we have chosen, has there been a time in your past, or are you currently struggling in some form of darkness, where you're overwhelmed and you feel as though you just can't seem to find the light switch to turn it back on? Your candle itself has been burned so long that it's burning at both ends. You can't even find the wick anymore. In fact, it's been snuffed out. Sometimes it's just total chaos of everyday life. I'm recalling a moment many years ago in my previous house. We had a very tiny bathroom off our bedroom. And one evening, as I was going to use the restroom, I got up, shut the door as to not disturb my family, and unbeknownst to me, I had shut that door so tightly that it locked and jammed. It was stuck hard and fast, and I also had not turned on the light. So I found myself literally groping in complete darkness. I was feeling alongside the walls for the door lock or the light switch, couldn't find either. I could see nothing in front of my face. It was totally black. I felt for the door, and still unable to find the light switch, touching and feeling the wall, when all of a sudden I developed a full-blown panic attack. My heart started beating rapidly, my breath quickened, and I began to feel ultimate claustrophobia. And anxiety ensued. It seemed as though it took me many minutes before I was able to get the door opened and I would stop over-breathing and hyperventilating. I desperately needed to calm my weary and anxious soul. All of this was because of the darkness. I couldn't see. There was no light, not even a flicker. Once I opened the door and the streetlights were shining in the bedroom, I breathed a sigh of relief. The room was illuminated and I could see. I could let go and begin once again. My friends, This is Jesus. He is our light when we are stuck in a situation and we can't see. Where we feel like we're surrounded by darkness and we can't see out, no way out. He's the one who will give us the capability to put some light on the subject. We no longer have to feel alone and feel afraid. Psalm 18:28 says, "You, Lord, keep my own lamp burning. My God turns my darkness into light." God will always be our guides. He will keep us going despite any bad place we are in. All we have to do is connect to that light. He was the one that on that sacred and holy evening, the holy evening of his birth, when the Bethlehem star shone down on him to say, "Here's the light of the world." In the book of John, chapter 1, verses 1 through 5, the eloquent verses, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word became flesh. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made. And in him was life. And that